Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today I am out here doing a little basically live sonar recording. So I'm out on Cold Lake fishing for lake trout and my regular jigging setup, 1 ounce head, paddle tail swim bait, the Lew's 8XD rod today with the Superduty reel on it I'm using. So medium heavy rod, extra fast this one is, 7 foot 8 inch, and that's my weapon of choice today with the high vis line and fluoro leader. But at the back of the boat here I have my back sonar running. I'm not going to be looking at it, but I have a camera set up on it for you guys, so you're going to see what I'm seeing on the front screen. I got them networked together, the Lowrances, so what I see up front while I'm fishing looking at you, that's going to be recording. I'll put that in the corner here, and that's what we're going to do today. Basically I'm just going to show you me dropping down, fish chasing, catching fish. They're here. I can see on the screen. I'll put it up here now. There's 5 or 6 fish here. They are on the bank behind me, so I might slip back 5 or 10 feet, but normally I'll put the hook in the water first and see what happens there. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and let's get at her. Let's get a hook in the water. Okay, so I'm going to drop down. You can see me on the right side. I'm about 8 feet away from the transducer, so that's why I'm just off to the right hand side a bit. A little bit of line and bubbles above me. That's my lure dropping there right in the middle of the screen. There are some fish down there, so we'll see if they activate or not. If they activate, we react to them. If they don't, I go right into the sand and I pound sand. So that fish is coming at me, so I'm going to get away from him before he gets to me. He didn't come. There is another one interested. I'm going to try to take it slow till he gets there. And he's going to hit the thermocline real quick and turn, which I don't like, but we went through it. Got him. Okay, first fish on. And that one hit high. I can already see him here. Looking at the screen, he's almost not even 20 feet down. One reel. There's the fluoro. He's already wrapped up nice. I'm just going to unravel him slowly. And I'll grab him here. A nice fish. Good little start to the day for sure. Let's get that barbless hook out of its mouth. There's a little start there. Quick little 63. Oh, he's really rough feeling, but fins are already starting to turn into the spawning colors with the orange and the white tips, and we'll get him back. Off it goes. So that was a real-time one fish. So we'll just get back down, and you can see him swimming down there. So all that interference on the screen there now is his kicking. So it's all the bubbles and that from when he rocketed down. So you can see me dropping to the right of it, and we'll see what the next batch of fish do. So my key here, I've said it in other videos, but I'll say it again, is see that fish is coming at me. I don't want him to ever get to me or they get scared off. So he got too close. The other one reacted, but it's too far away, so I'm going to drop back down. If it keeps coming, there's a fine line. It's about 7 or 8 feet where you want to be running away from that fish before he gets to you. So I got 2 chasing, bite and a miss, another bite, and some line twist on the tip, which is never fun when you got a fish chasing you. All right, so back down I go. So basically, yeah, you want to get somewhere 7, 8, 10 feet as you're dropping. If they're coming at you pretty hot, you don't want them to ever get to you like on that drop. If you start to chase away from them, they'll chase you. It's that whole game of tag. Like, here he comes again, I'm going to get away and fish on. This one feels good. So I use the bait casters. You can always thumb your spool if you need help. You can always pull line out. I just feel they're easier. Spinning rods definitely work, and most of us have lots of spinning reels kicking around. This Superduty has the flipping switch on it, so when I am dropping, I don't need to have my hand on the handle. I do recommend though having your proper hand on your rod. I was fishing with a friend the other day that was trying to talk to us from the front of the boat, so he kept having his rod in the wrong hand. I kept yelling at him, not yelling, but kept telling him to switch that around, because as soon as you get any reaction from these fish, you want to act upon it. The live sonar definitely helps. 2D, you're going to see fish chasing you as well. You're just going to not know exactly where they are like you do with this live, because it separates them. So here's my fluoro, another nice fish. Nothing special, mid to upper 60s again. Come on, you. Sometimes I don't even touch these fish, but this one's gonna need grabbed because of where it's hooked on the side of the mouth. I just can't quite pop it out. I don't like to net them if I don't have to. The less rolling in a net, the better. It's super kicky. Just pop it out of the side of the mouth. There's the fish, and back down it goes. So there's 2 fish in under 4 minutes, basically, reeled in and landed and released. So we'll just keep on keeping on here. So again, there's my hook at the top. That's the fish below me that I just released swimming down. You're not going to catch that fish again most of the time. And again, we'll see. It's all about the reaction of the fish. If nothing reacts to me, that one does, I disappear. He come in hot, fish on. So this is what midsummer Cold Lake should be like on nice weather. We just had a horrible storm. Oh, fish got off. So I'm going to drop back down now. We just had a horrible storm the last 2 days, and low pressure and lots of rain. So these fish should be really turned on today. There's another bite. So you're getting to see what I'm seeing here, just on the different screen. I just keep checking to make sure none of the warnings come up because it just turned the unit on. So that guy's coming. Your key to success as well with lake trout on Cold Lake, I'm not going to say all over the world, but on these lakers on Cold Lake is definitely stay. Once you start reeling up, don't stop. That's one of my biggest things to say to people is don't ever stop. Keep reeling at a steady pace to escape that fish. If you want to slow down because you're getting near the thermocline or you're getting near the surface, that's understandable. You're going to have to slow down sometimes, but you don't want to basically stop and wait for them to hit it like you would with a pike or a walleye. There is no jerky with lake trout. They like to be, they're swimming fast straight at you. So there's me in the middle coming up. We're going past the fish right now, hauling this fish in. So I got on the scale on the left hand side, it tells you 30 feet, 20 feet across the top. It's saying how far off to the side everything is, so you can watch which way fish are. So right now I know those fish being below the boat and off to the right, they're either going to be in front of me or they're going to be to the right hand side. So that guy just got off just by holding the line, and that's how I love to get rid of those guys. So I don't even know how many fish that was. I think it was 3. I'll have to double check on the footage, but just like that, we're throwing fish back real quick. If you don't have to touch them, that's even better. That fish swam away, I'll double check, but yeah, swam away. Sometimes when they get off, they don't even know they got off, so you kind of just give them a little tap in the side and they swim away. Just a little flick of the finger or anything. So this fish is reacting to me, a couple of them are. So nothing serious. So I'm not going to keep reeling away if they're not chasing anymore. Take advantage of your sonar. These guys are all kind of converging. I'm going to go, oh, there's a guy coming. So get away from him. Got 2 chasers. And they both bailed, so back down. If you don't have sonar, which this video is not about, sadly, but just, go down to the bottom, pound, and reel up and away. You're going to have to reel all the way to the surface or all the way to your fluorocarbon knot, which mine's 10 feet, just so in case you have that chaser that you don't know is there because you don't have the sonar. If you have sonar, definitely use it, even if it's a cheap unit and you only have 2D. It doesn't matter. It's giving you a depth. It's going to show you fish. It's going to show them chasing you. So definitely, when you're in this deeper water bank here, so it's I'm fishing at about this 80-foot range where my hook is, but anything that looks like a fish on 80 feet of water is going to be a fish. You're not going to get interference and clutter down here. You may get interference from another boat beside you, but you're not going to get the clutter that you would if you're in shallow chasing walleye or pike. So these guys aren't really committed, so that guy kind of is. So I'll see if I can tempt him in, and he doesn't, so back down I go. The nice thing too about live sonar is you're going to get that sloped bottom depending on which way you have your transducer pointed. I am using the original Livesight still here in this video. My next video I'm going to put the active target in the water and do it with that. And we can do a comparison, you know, watch one video, watch the next, see what you like better. But Livesight has been discontinued sadly, but I do love it for the deep water. I have it mounted permanently on my transom, so it's not on a pole off the side of my boat, but I do love the pole on the boat for walleye fishing for sure. So fish coming in hot, and he turned 30 feet, but you're gonna get that slope. You're actually gonna see that on 2D. You're gonna only see where that cone hits the bottom and at its shallowest point, and that's how deep it is. So you'll be dropping and your hook will keep going down and you think you're on the bottom, but you're really, in all fairness, not, because of the slope. So we'll just keep on, you're just playing video games, like Matt's always said in his videos, you know, video game fishing for lake trout, and it's true. It's what we're doing here. Oh, there's my hook dropping, there's a fish dropping, there's one kind of coming up, good looking. I'm gonna go, and we got him. So we got some friends in a couple other boats, I don't know, 100 yards, not even 100 yards away. They were out here before I got out this morning, and they're slaying fish, so it's a good spot. It's always nice to come out here and fish with your friends too, because you can spot lock your boats all near each other, and you can just, you're not stealing their fish away from them. You're having a good time and catching lots of fish. So check that screen, still good. This is a decent little fighter here. So it's a gorgeous cold lake day. There's a tiny little chop on the water right now. Lots of glass water, lots of chop water, but nothing, definitely no waves, especially for a Sunday afternoon that it is. But we're just gonna keep on reeling this guy in if he ever stops pulling line. It's one thing you don't know with the casting, there's no zing to it, so. But, so he went all the way down to the bottom there, almost 60, 65 feet down, and he's going back for more now, just dogging. So here, I'll bend over here so you can see the bend of that rod. That's why I like medium heavy rods there. And this one, like I said, is extra fast. I also use my Superduty, which is one step up from this rod that I really like as well. It's a little less bendy at the tip. But every rod selection I have, and that'll be a future video too, every rod selection that I have out here that I personally use and that clients use, they're all in the medium heavy range. Different tips on them, different lengths. Anywhere from 7.3 to, I believe 7.11 is the longest I have. They're all one piece, which when you're Laker fishing and you have a boat, you don't need two-piece rods if you can store them in your rod lockers. And then they never end up twisting on you, and they're more sensitive. So I'm a big fan of one-piece rods. And I like the high-vis line. That's for me, not the fish. But I like the yellow line. This guy's under the boat nicely, so he's 20 feet in front of me right now. So he's under the trolling motor basically, and I'm gonna drag him over to me now. There's my fluorocarbon knot there. Oh, that's a nicer fish. Definitely nice. He took that one kind of, I wouldn't say deep, but the hook's not out of its mouth, but let's see here. I want to get him on the proper side of the gill here. Not cooperating with me. There we go. And barbless hook just pushes right out. Just barely stuck. There we go. So, another nice fish. I'll put a quick measure on that. 68 centimeter. So there's a nice 68 centimeter, and get her back. And down it goes. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna grab a drink of water because all the talking I've been doing, and get back down there. Okay, quick wardrobe change, and thirst quench, and let's go back down. See what we can do. Sometimes this is the longest waiting part, is dropping your hook down. So that guy's coming over from the side. He's not overly interested. That guy's come there now. He sure is. So you try to get away. Oh, that would have been a fish that he was fast. So it was more my fault for not getting away quick enough. But sometimes it's hard when they dart in like that. I was looking at the other fish and then that guy came out of nowhere. But that's the joy and the fun in this, is watching him do that. So now he's following me down. I do have my thumb like barely touching the spool here. There's another fish coming. Ooh, missed him. I can't even see right now. I'm at that point. Okay, that's good. So yeah, when you get 4 or 5 fish chasing you, just keep going. If you can't see and you don't know what's going on, especially if you're alone, just, you know, they're all going to be chasing someone. If you are with a friend and you're watching 2 lures go up and you think you're one but you're not sure, don't false commit, or like don't quit on them, because if it's your buddy that's getting chased and you stop, it'll be okay. But if he's actually chasing you and you stop, then it's going to turn on you. Here, I'll show you one of those here shortly. Can't yet. So that there on the left, that is your classic bait ball. That's your Cold Lake Cisco bait ball. So those fish are darting in and out of there. See how they just pushed away when that fish came at me? They're getting pushed and they're basically there to the cone now. But that's what a bait ball truly looks like. When we're on a 2D screen, it'll show a solid band because the cone doesn't know where it is. But the live sonar can separate left, right, and forward and backwards. So it's pretty wicked. So there's tons of fish. I can't even count those. I should pause it and count. But 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about a dozen plus fish down there. So that guy's coming. So I'm gonna get to him and then I'm gonna go again. Now he's not really committing because he's not closing that gap, so I stop. That guy's coming. Got him. So that's, I can't even tell you how many fish that is, because I did catch a few before I hit the record button just to test the spot out. So this is my dozenth fish here, but I'm not sure how many on film so far. I think it's 6 or 7, but so I'll just hold the line while they flip around like this, and most of the times they actually spit the hook out on me, which is good. I'd rather them spit it out than net them. Didn't spit it, so I'm just going to bend down, quick pop of the lure, it's out. Fish kind of sitting there. I'm just going to drop the lure on him, and there he goes, off he swims. So this lure's had it, so I'm going to go for another one. So I'm going to put on a new lure, and when I come back I'll show you a quick little tip on what I've been doing the last couple weeks, and really been digging it. Okay, here is my my tip of the week for these things. LePage Ultra Gel. I've been using Crazy Glue. Buddy Steve Meredith that I've been fishing with this year, he put me onto it. What I like to do is take whatever bait I have and cut off about, I don't know, 3/16 of an inch off the tip of it, and store it in my little container here. Scissors go down. This thing's got super glue all over it, or Crazy Glue, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to feed that through the bait, and then I'm going to push it on all the way, pull it back a little bit, and then I'm just going to take this Crazy Glue, and I'm going to put 2 or 3 dabs on the inside here, kind of one on each corner, if you can make a corner out of a circle, because I'm special that way, and then boom, push them on. Let that sit for, I don't know, maybe, sometimes I don't even wait, honestly, but let it sit for about a minute before you get it wet. I'll reel it up onto the rod, put it in the R5 here. So that's basically, that's been going on for a while now, and I'm using less baits doing it. So that's my tip of the week, and the baits stay on longer, and the fish, you know, you don't get, I always called it getting pants. It doesn't pull the tail down on the hook shank, and you're not wasting a reel up. So that's what we got, and we'll carry on here. Okay, as you see now, after that little break, there's not many fish down there, so I'm going to drop down, see if I'm going to track some over, and it's already starting, as I say that. Now they are going to be to the left and behind. The bank behind me is running straight up towards the shoreline behind, so I do know if I can't get those to come over to my lure, I'll just bump back whatever it may be, 20 feet, bump backwards, or 10 feet, and then they'd come over, but they do look like they're reacting to us anyways. So yeah, that guy's coming. Not very quick, so I'm not going to go yet. Kind of don't trust that slow move, so yeah. nothing. So what I'm going to do, this is the first time we've hit this today, I'm going to wait till I go right into the sand. So I'm on bottom now. I can tighten the drag up, or the spool up, and just a couple little love taps in the sand. Now this is the only time I go walleye. Now I got a high flyer that I want to catch. So I'm going to reel up out of the sand. This guy's chasing me. That guy came out of the sand. I really want this guy up here though, because he's up there for a reason. But he bailed. He got out of the cone. So, but now we got fish below the lure, which again, live sonar, you can see the location of your fish. That guy's coming. I'm going. Fish on. Oh, I can feel them. You'll feel with that fluoro and braid, you'll feel like thunk, thunk, thunk kind of dealio. And what it is actually the fish are wrapped up in the line and you're unwrapping them, and it's coming around their gills and flipping off their gill plates. To save your rods, you know, I am holding my rod pretty high up here. Once I get that fluoro, I put the rod down. I keep slacking the line here because you don't want to break your rod. And just pull that hook out. He's hooked decently. Come on, bud, open your mouth up. Again, barbless hooks are just the way to go out here, and especially in the summertime. Nice little tiny one here, but good to see him. Gone. You catch so many fish in the summer that you don't need barbed hooks. It's not worth it. Like the tournament that was out here was barbless. The guiding I did last year, this year, I'm barbless every time. I can't be bothered to keep barbs on it. We're catching so many fish. When you're catching, like, I'm at a dozen fish today that I've actually remembered to click, and I've only touched about 4 or 5 of those fish. I don't like to touch them even. If I can just reach and grab that hook and twist and pop, I will, just for the fish's sake. Because we're catching so many of them. Just, you know, the most sportsman thing to do is just to let them go, right? And let them go, let them grow. And there comes another one. Got him. And yeah, basically it's there's no point in fishing barbed hooks out here. If you lose a fish, you literally drop down and catch one of the other 12. So yeah, we might lose a big fish. I lost what I thought was probably a personal best this year. The way it fought me, it hit me on the way up. Wasn't on camera. It hit me on the way up. Went down to the bottom, and I think it was about 70 feet of water, and it sat on the bottom for about 5 minutes. I couldn't get him off the sand. So this guy's hooked in the top of the mouth. Just gonna grab the hook, twist, and off he goes. Didn't even touch him. And that fish hurt. I got him 20 feet up, and it had spit the hook, or the hook ripped out of its mouth, or whatever happened. But you know, that wasn't because it was barbless. I had steady pressure on the fish. It was basically just because that's fishing. So yeah, it hurt. It got me in the stomach. I was just like, I got dizzy from it. I was so freaking upset. But hey, I also caught 63 fish that day. So, and who knows, it could have literally been, it didn't feel like it was tail hooked, but it could have been foul hooked. If you catch a fish not in their mouth and anywhere back from a little bit, they get a little extra torque on you when they're pulling. So that guy came out of nowhere and we got him. So the biggest thing is just have fun out here. If you're on Cold Lake, any fishery you're in though, like we got to take care of these fish. Like these fish I'm showing you right now, I'm saying they're small. They're like 8 to 10 years old. So, you know, they're not young fish. This guy's hooked in the tongue, so I'll grab him by the gill plate. And I'm gonna go grab the Mach 2 pliers here. It is barbless, but just where it's hooked in his mouth, it's in there real good. Crazy how well that's. There we go. So this fish is about 8 to 10 years old. So you want to take care of them as best we can. Put those pliers back in there for next time, since I lost the last pair on Thursday. And click, boom, 14. So like sunglasses are covered in water from splash, and just drop back down and see what's going on. not even watching the screen right now since I'm texting, but okay, so I'm on bottom. I'm done a message. I don't know if anything followed me because I wasn't watching, but I'm just gonna, a couple of love taps in the sand. Now that guy up top, he's at 20 feet away. There's one above me now. So I'm gonna reel away, not super slow, not super fast. I did get a little bit of chase out of the sand. That guy's coming. There might be two there. And fish on. So that's your typical, I don't have sonar, I'm just gonna go pound sand and reel up reaction. Only we got to watch it happen. Make sure that the screen's still good. It is. So that's how it's that's how the game's play. That's why my customers catch so many fish. We're watching sonar. There's 4 screens in the boat, front, middle, back, so we can see them from everywhere. And everywhere we're sitting, there's a screen to be viewed, and it's stellar fishing with live sonar. They're all networked together because they're HDS units. These are still the lives. I don't have any pros in here yet. That'll probably be a next year thing, but they're definitely awesome to have. Everybody that's in here just loves watching these screens. I know I do. You'll see in every one of my videos I'm staring down from the camera. I got the camera mounted on the top of the windshield, and it's just, the screen's 2 feet or 3 feet below it, and I'm just staring at that the whole time. So today the sun, I figure, was right. I hope it's a good view, and we'll get some good quality content for you guys to watch what I'm doing every day. My reeling pace is fairly quick with an 8.3 to 1 reel. I believe it's 35 inches per turn for retrieval. All that out on the side there, that's not bait fish this time, so that's a fish burping. So eventually I'll see bubbles coming up in the water here. That's the fish thrashing. So when you get a lot of the bubbles on the, well, you'll get it on 2D as well, but that's when you kind of, rule of thumb, you have a bigger fish on. So we'll see what this one is. I do have the net in the front of the boat in case I need it. But I can see color of a fish now. It looks big, but it's 10 feet down. They always look bigger, deeper. So there's some bubbles starting to pop up right beside the boat here. Let's see what this fish is. Boys in the other boat just said they got a 73. And this one is, that's gonna be up there. I'm gonna get the net. I'm gonna get the net out on this one just so we can get a nice measurement. All right, let some line out. Pull the net up on the, all right, let's see what we got. So, come on, there we go. So, hooked right in the lip of the mouth, and he's already out. All right, hooks out. Put the net down so I don't lose it in the lake. Get a quick measurement here. And another 73, Phil. 73? Yeah. So there's a 73 centimeter. Probably a female with that belly on her. And off she goes. Yeah. All right. Another fish caught and released. So we'll clean up these sunglasses because I can't see through them, and we'll get back down there. There we go. There's one. So if he wants to run, I'm just gonna let him run. Slowly force him up. Then I start reeling and I put the rod tip down, and then I just slowly lift him up again. My spool's not spinning. and then I slowly reel that slack away. That's the best way to get these guys up to the surface. You'll see some people just kind of reeling the whole time. You don't want to do that, especially with spinning rods. You're going to get a lot of line twist. It's a slow up and then a slow reel down to recuperate and a slow up. It's probably why I like the long rods so much, because you know this rod's 9-10 feet in the air right now. So there's our fish. Another decent one. Lots of bubbles behind it. I'll grab this one for the cameras, right in the top of the mouth. There's that. Whoa! And it started flipping, so you throw them back into the lake if you can. And that fish is darting down, as you can see on the screen. So you're not going to hurt the fish by throwing them, so to speak. It'd be better off for that fish to hit the lake than it would be for that fish to hit the boat, the deck of the boat. So let's get back down there, see if we can catch another one. But first I'm going to pound sand. I got a fish right at me there doing so. Reel away. See what follows. You know, that fish came right out of the sand. See, there's no point in bumping back. They're all right below us now. So we'll just, oh, here we go. I'm gonna keep going. No, that fish turned. So you gotta watch the screen on those. I like to keep reeling in case the fish turns, like he just did there and got me. I looked up at the camera at the wrong time. Luckily my hand was on the reel. So there's another one. Show him to the U. There he is. Show him to the drone. And off it goes. Another happy fish. So, you know, numbers are climbing, fish are being caught, and fun is being had. Like, this is typical. This is what August should look like on Cold Lake, basically. Is how I'd like to put it. Water temp 63.6 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's not even that warm still. Like, I hopped in here Thursday night and it wasn't, I would say it wasn't enjoyable. It was okay, but it wasn't, it was refreshing. I'll go with that. So we got two chasers here, so we're gonna get close-ish and then get away. You really make them mad and you hook up on them. That's how we do it. So that's all there is to it. I can feel him unraveling right now. I got him at 20 feet there. I can see him down there. There's the fluoro and there's the fish. Perfect. Those are my favorite releases. So let's go for more. The boat's getting soaked from all these fish splashing. I love it. On warm, hot days like this, it's nice. I don't know what it is. It's probably only low 20s right now Celsius, but it feels warm because we've been so cold of late. But no better place than a Sunday out on the lake, right? With some friends near me. Fishing with friends is always fun. Friends and family. You know, in my boat, not in my boat, in the other boats, it's all good. We're all out here to have a blast this summer. We've been hanging out all summer and it's been fun. There's a fish. There's the fluoro. Wow, is this guy ever wrapped up? So when they're wrapped up, I just give a slow, steady pressure and just let them, hopefully they cooperate, and you just let them unravel beside the boat. You don't want to grab them too quick, and you can feel the line coming off of them. Then I will grab the line, and same thing, just a slow, steady. You can control it. And then just a pop, and off he'll go. See, he doesn't even know he was touched, so. It hasn't been touched, I should say. Doesn't know he's been released, and there it goes. There, oh, it's beautiful to watch him swim away like that. All right, that was number 20 for the day already. So I'm gonna go and see if we can catch those 3 suspended fish. They're kind of reacting to something, but I think they're reacting to that other fish swimming down. I'm the top one. That's him coming at me. I did not get to see that fish. Sometimes you can look off the side of the boat and actually see them when they're in this mood they're in today. They're chasing all throughout this water column. They're ignoring that thermocline at 30-35 feet today. So here comes. Is he coming or not? Not. So back down I'll go. I'm just gonna ignore that fish just because I don't have confidence in it. Now it's chasing on the down, but it's still not truly like chasing. It's just kind of there. So just leave it, go for other. Like I said, in the summertime, if you don't get one, there's more to catch. So get away from them. See, it's the other one that came at me, I think. I wasn't watching those two and how they circled, but another fish on. It's a beautiful bend in that rod. That late XD cranking series. Love it. This and the Superduty are definitely my favorite of the Laker rods I have. There will be a gear video in the future of what I'm using out here for rods and reels, and I have 4 or 5 different options for you guys to go through, and spinning and casting and price points and everything. So lots of lots of opportunity to pick up some of this loose gear. It's treated me very, very well this year. Can't say a negative thing about any of it. So definitely been happy with my new gear. Well, drone's getting sleepy, so we're gonna put it back after this fish, or bring it over here. Can do this real quick, I hope. Okay, got that, and I'm just gonna fly the drone back now. All right, bring that down.
Landing.
Pretty much hovering just perfect. Well, as I say that, it went up a bit, but that's okay. Up's better than down, right? Bam, fish on. Okay, fish here, grab the fluoro, fish is off, and off it goes. You can see the other guys and families in the background. Just out here having a good time on a Sunday afternoon. This is wicked. Got that bottom one chasing. Get away from them, and as you can see, I'm reeling quick. You know, he went back down. Where am I? Up top there in the middle. So it's all, like I said, it's action then reaction. If there's a fish acting on you like there is there, you want to react to get away from them. Get away, feel the bite, set the hook. Should have said that earlier. Always with these Lakers, set the hook immediately. If you feel any tug, you set the hook. You don't want to You don't want to let them, you know, take it and nibble it on it and choke it down like you would with a walleye. You want to just hammer on it instantly and get that rod bent over. They're so aggressive. I find they're more aggressive than a pike. Just the way they're reacting to these baits dropping all day long. They don't like baits moving in the water. They want to eat them, even though they don't know what they are. But if you get to their face right in front of them, they're going to turn around almost every time. We do hit them on the drop, of course, but not every time. So most times I don't even let them get to me. This is my game plan that I created years ago, and I've taught a lot of people it, and it seems to work. And there's our fish. No? Okay. Alrighty. There you go, bud. Off it goes. Okay, I'm going to change the angle on the drone because I want to try something else. We'll go from there. Wanting to be in that temperature of water, so you can't win them all, that's for sure. That one did. Bend that rod in half. Reel it in. Oh, he's wrapped. Oh, I hate that feeling. Worst feeling ever when laker fishing. When they're unwrapping. There he is, right at the boat. So not a bad fish. Definitely hold this one up for a picture. Nice fish. Nice fish up there. Get a quick number. 72. Nice 72. And back down. Okay. Awesome. Okay, with that, for today I'm going to wrap that video up. Had a blast out here. I don't know how many fish were caught on camera. I can't even do the math. I'd have to guess 15 or more. My clicker's at 21, so I don't even know. Actually, I think it's at 22. I didn't hit that last fish. So that's live sonar. That's Lowrance Livesight. And like I said, I'll do a next video out here again with maybe not the next video, but another video with the active target that I have mounted in the boat as well. So definitely will be a difference in those, but I still use the Livesight. It's simpler for me. It's a cone, it works. It's mounted on the back of the boat permanently on down view, so it's exactly what I need for laker fishing. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We're getting close to 1,000, which is sick. You guys are really pushing it, and it's wicked. I appreciate every one of you. And like I said, I'm gonna be doing more videos here, so thanks for watching. Thanks for everything, and okay, I guess that's her. So we'll see you on the flip side, and thanks for everything.